movement is medicine. Now, when developing a workout routine or even just deciding how to start your workout today, if you're trying to get into it, we need to make sure we have a well thought out and good warm up routine. Now, you're probably telling me, what are the best things to do for this or that? I'm going to tell you more of the bare minimum, bare bone basics on how you should try to construct each workout's warm up differently, as well as some just good general advice on what to do for most of your workouts. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll stop just yapping in this intro. There's not going to be a lot of demonstrations in this video. It's mainly just going to be me talking, so I hope you guys are listening well, and I've got your visual attention for those of you who are just here to boost my views for the people that actually want to learn something. So when I'm thinking about my warm-up, I want to think, what movements am I doing and what muscles do those work? And I want to make sure that each of those two factors go into my warm-up. What muscles am I utilizing? If I'm doing an upper body workout, that's going to be everything in my upper body. I do want to make sure I'm still getting some form of lower body warm-up or stretch. That's why I highly recommend a light run, walk, some form of light intensity or just moderate intensity cardio or just a full body movement. I like jump rope, quick jog, Stairmaster with some shoulder warm-ups as I'm on the Stairmaster, so on and so forth, to make sure that your hips, ankles, wrists, and shoulders, all of your ball and socket joints that are super mobile but get injured the most because more mobility equals higher risk of injury because it can bend and twist more. Those are what you want to fixate on. So we always want to make sure we're getting some form of shoulder and some form of hip, even if we're doing a different body part or structure for our workout. So even on upper body days, let's warm up our hips at least a little bit, get a couple squats in, so on and so forth. The movements that do a lot for you, but easier versions of them, especially if they're going to be in your actual workout as a harder version, are best. So let me explain. You doing push-ups? Do some kneeling push-ups. If kneeling push-ups are what you're doing, do some wall push-ups instead, or some incline box push-ups. Do something that replicates the exact motions you're going to do, but lighter. If you're doing bench press, normally you just warm up with the bench press with just the bar, then a little bit of extra weight, and then a little bit more weight. Slowly and surely warm up your muscles doing the exact same thing you're going to be doing during exercise, and then you can start doing the other stuff. However, you need to make sure that you're taking care of all the tiny muscles and all the other stuff as well. So you shouldn't just do bench warm-ups for your bench day. You should make sure you're doing shoulder rotations. You should make sure you're doing something for your hips as well, your lower back. Make sure your entire body is warmed up. Now, if I'm doing something like squats today, air squats, box squats, squats holding on to something that is just going to help that muscle stretch, contract, do the exact same motion it's meant to do. And then think as well on, okay, now if I don't want to do that first, how can I better warm up the muscles before I do that? So let's take a squat, for instance. That's going to be a lot of glute indoor hip work and quads, some hamstrings as well. So maybe we do some toe touches. Maybe we do a couple sets of 10. If you really want to learn where to start with warm-up stuff, start with 2 to 3 sets of 10 of something like this. Now, I'm highly going to recommend you start to learn on when your body is actually fully warmed up, because your body does not know. It's not going to treat 2 sets of 10 like, oh, cool, we're warmed up now. Your body does not understand math. It does not understand the structure and routine that you have built. It simply understands what state it is currently in, and you have to change it from one state to another, right? So going back, toe touches. If we want to warm up our quads and our glutes, doing something like a knee pull like this is fantastic. Maybe doing something like a side lunge to warm up our hips in a different way as well. And if you can't do some of these things, that's totally okay. Find a different variation. Go look up some warm-ups. I'm sure you can find something if you just learn how to Google quad warm-up, squat warm-up, stuff like that. You can find it pretty easily. However, what I'm trying to help you guys understand is, why do I need to do these warm-ups? And what exactly should I try to focus on doing for my workouts? So again, what muscles am I using? What motions am I doing? Replicate those and warm up those to the best of your ability by stretching and flexing them back and forth. So again, If I'm doing something like a deadlift, toe touches are even better because it helps replicate that motion almost perfectly for me. Not exactly, but I feel my hamstring stretch, I feel my glute stretch, so on and so forth. I can make a lot more specific of videos, and I would happily do so. I actually do plan on making movement-related or muscle-related videos in the future of how does this muscle work? How do I train it? How do I stretch it? So on and so forth. So be on the lookout for that in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the second to last day of May, therefore my May movement is about to be over. I've loved the love and support I've gotten on this series so far, so please like, subscribe, share, keep these videos, save them, ask me questions in the comments. I would love to engage with you guys so very much and help answer your specific questions as much as I can. However, please just know I'm just one guy. I can't get to everybody. The best way for you guys to interact with me is to come to my live streams and ask me questions on there. No matter what I'm doing, unless I tell you otherwise in the moment, because I'm probably just doing something else or focusing on somebody else or anything along those lines, I want to have these conversations with people. They make me so unbelievably happy to talk fitness and health, because that is my life's purpose, is to help educate you guys on how to move your bodies more effectively, more efficiently, more lovingly, and better overall. So please help continue to support me, because I would like to support you guys in helping you feel better within your own body. At the end of the day, that's what I want. I want you to feel good in your body. It's the only one you get. And I really just want you to be able to find the best ways to love and appreciate it like you and it both deserve. So, like always, I leave you with this last notion.